G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_Gaming for another Dokkan Battle video. So for today's video we're going to follow up from yesterday's video where I just described or broke down the EZA details for the STR UI Goku. For today's video we're going to be jumping in and building a team to be able to take on this guy's EZA. So as per usual it is just the 10 stages with LR EZAs. We've got the two boosts here, so to get the extra attack we want units that have legendary power, and then for the extra damage reduction we want universal survival saga allies. So what we have here is the category, and yeah, we'll go through the best options and then talk about the units or the team that I am going to be bringing for this one. So as you can see here, number of leader options. Tech Goku's Tanabata, so we don't have him yet, but we've got the Tech Hit, we've got the STR Jiren, and then the STR Blue Kaioken Goku. You then got Tech Jiren and STR Goku Hit. Honestly, I'll tell you now, I'm not using any of these guys as my leader skill. I'm going to be operating with the Int 17 and 18. So as you can see here, their leader skill is tournament participants, which literally includes all of the tournament of Universal Survival Saga people. So it's literally just a better version of that leader skill. So as you can see here, includes all of those guys and more. So as I said, legendary power is going to be our best friend. So bringing in a bunch of LRs is going to be super effective here. So you can see we've got units like the AGL UI Goku. He's going to have type advantage, still has the dodge. I think that's probably going to be like a must run unit, to be honest. Well, assuming that you've got him, I think he will be a pretty dominant force in there. We've also got the AGL Kao and Khalifa, given that they are also going to have type advantage. They recently got their EZA. I think they're also going to be a super good option. I assume not many people summoned on them, but the Tech Girls Trio, they would actually be awesome as well. Being a newer unit, they've also got the Giant form if you get into trouble. They'll be pretty effective in there. Tech Jiren, again, if you're struggling for options, I'd say that these two are potentials. Personally, I'd probably avoid both of them. We've got the Int 17 Universe 7, Blue Evolution Vegeta, and STR UI Goku. They're all going to be really effective options, I think, especially if you are going like a full Universe 7 or Reps of 7 style of team build. The Int 17 could work really well. You've also got the ability to use the STR UI Goku himself, who is obviously going to be a lot better post EZA, but I think given that he's got the dodge, he can operate as a linking partner. It'll be a pretty effective way to run if you are bringing him. So physical, I'd literally just ignore. Given that it's going to have type disadvantage, I think it's just not going to be worth the risk there of rocking with them. Jumping into TURs, and you'll see here pretty quickly that we haven't really got much in the way of updates to the TURs for Universal Survival Saga. We're lacking quite a bit here, and predominantly you're just bringing units that are going to complement the LRs that you're going to bring. But for this one, looking at AGL, you've got the recent EZA for the Android 18, which could potentially be someone that you look at. You've got the AGL Kale, who would work really well if you were bringing sort of a Universe 6, style of build, bringing units like Kao and Khalifa, the Super Saiyan 2 Khalifa. They're probably going to be your go-tos there. This God Goku did EZA last year. Wasn't all too insane, but in terms of looking for good linking options, if you lack a few of the LRs, he could certainly be an option that you go to. Moving down into tech here, we've got a lot of EZAs that we could really get for this category. You've got more Universe 6 options in the Khalifa and then the Tech Kao and Khalifa. The synergy of that Universe 6 team is really off the charts. It's just you've only got the one LR really there. But those two could certainly work. everyone else I'd probably be skipping over. Jumping into int, same thing. You got the Boda Magetta. Could be effective option again for those Universe 6s. Otherwise, the rest of int, other than the 17, 18, is pretty bad there. Into SDR, you do have these guys. I always forget their names: Zerloin, Rabanra, and Zabuto. Again, a relatively new unit. Then we've got the STR Kefla. So she's a very viable option in this. She's going to have the dodge. She can perform big old damage as well, especially if you're in that Universe 6 team where you're going to get a ton of links active. STR Kale's good with Khalifa around. And then we've got STR Kabe, who is going to be awesome with, if you bring in an STR heavy team, can provide that support, which I know is very, very effective. We've got Blue Kaioken Goku, as I mentioned, is one of the leader options there. And then if you were bringing someone like the STR Hit and God Goku, potentially the STR Hit could also be a really effective option. In terms of physical, again, much like the LRs, we're just going to ignore that these are available. A lot of them, like this free-to-play Hit, Topo, aren't even actually available for us. So given the rest of the options here, you're probably going to want to avoid them. So pretty crazy to look at this and think that this is like the last saga that we've had in the anime, and it has not been touched in ages. But we know that lots of that is coming throughout the anniversary. So what I'll do now is I'll jump across to in-game, and I'll show you the team that I'm going to be running. So here we are in game, and as I mentioned, I am rocking with the with the int 17-18 team. Looking at their leader skill tournament participants, we spoke about that, but they actually give the extra 30% to reps of Universe 7, so that means we are going to be giving the full 200% to this team because I have gone only reps of Universe 7. So we've brought sort of the core 4 LRs that I spoke about in the sort of category breakdown. So we've got the int 17/universe 7, a unit that's getting their EZA on JP right now. They will be absolutely insane. At the moment, they're nothing all too crazy. But as you can see here, if you get them early in the rotation, they can give the extra defense. They'll link up with the int 17 and 18. So having an LR in slot 3, they could potentially do a bunch of damage, especially when they get the crit from the Rainbow Key Spheres. We've got both of the 6th anniversary LRs here, so we've got the AGL UI and then the int Blue Evolution Vegeta. UI can obviously dodge. Evolution Blue Vegeta has the damage reduction. They're going to be insane when they get their EZAs. They're not too crazy now, but I think they're still going to be viable. So it's predominantly the dodge that UI Goku is going to provide, which is going to be really helpful. We've also got the STR UI Goku, so a unit who's obviously it's his EZA, but if you can let EZA him as you go, it's going to make it slightly more effective. Links is going to be great throughout this team, and yeah, we're going to have legendary power active extremely often on this team. So then finally, I've gone with the Blue Kaioken Goku. This is mostly to do with links. Can get a bunch of super attacks off, obviously. I did sort of toss up as I was looking here. I did think about switching him out for the AGL Cal and Khalifa. I may end up doing that, given that it's the type advantage, and she's got to have all those super attacks she can dodge, or they can dodge. Maybe this isn't a bit more effective, so sort of going to trial by error tomorrow and see how we go here. But that's my team. Let me know what style of team you're going to be running down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.